is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Sam in Irvine, California. Hey, Sam, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day out there?
I'm having a great day. Thank you very much. I want to preface by saying that I'm so grateful to you and TFNN for you to assemble such a great people, such a team to help the small investors like myself.
Well, we appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us, Sam. Thank you so much.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. It's a TGIF, folks. Let's make it a great one. Coming into the Patriots winning the Super Bowl. What a beautiful thing that is. This quote by Natalie Goldberg. Follow what you love, and it'll take you where you want to go. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 159. NASDAQ is off 26. S&Ps are off 20. Gold contract up $27, trading at $1,283 an ounce. Silver up 48 cents at $17.25 an ounce. Platinum up 20 at $1,240 an ounce. Metals, folks, trip and a half, no doubt. They smoked them yesterday. Couldn't smoke the equities. Guess what? The equities, the ones are right. Follow these equities. They're going higher. They have the volume. They have the price spread. They have all of the above. Oil. Oil's up $2.68 at $47.21 a barrel. Bonds. The ever-ready bond market, folks, has been screaming and has been the most not predictable, the steadiest, calling basically for lower rates, lower market. 10-year up 24 ticks at 130.30. The 30-year up 1 full point at 151.14. And King Dollar down 13 ticks at 94.99. She refuses to back off. I expect she will, though. Euro down 23 at 112. You got the yen off 85, trading out at 117.43. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Okay, so check this out, folks. This market is not only a fast market, but what we have here, I'm going to put this up intraday first. There is a couple monster sellers out here, folks. And, you know, volatile markets are great for traders. And it's great, you know, if you happen to be on the right side of the market. And that's, you know, going up you're a bull, coming down you're a bear, right? Okay. That being said and done, what we've had out here is this, and this is how you know that it's a monster out here that's selling into this market. The velocity of the way down in these markets is incredible. And I've seen plenty of markets, but I'm telling you something. This velocity is pretty intense. There's someone that is a monster out here, and they have control of the market, and guess what? You know, they just... To take an S&P down 17 points, folks, and 15 minutes is quite a feat. Well, they've just taken it down 20 points, but it's over and over and over again. You know, if you get my daily newsletter, you know that, and this is kind of wild, actually, because I brought this up on the update basically 2 hours ago, but this just happened. But you can see the texture of the market, how they were selling into the market, and it was fast, it was furious, and that's big money, folks. That's big money. Get your stops in. That's the real bottom line. Get those stops in, because you're going to see. Well, first off, if we go at the SPY, this is what we're doing on a longer basis. We put this up on a daily basis. What you're going to see is that we've been building cause, and the cause we've been building is to basically blow away the December 16th swing low. And the SPY, that's 197.86. Now, what we've had is this. High volatility, but you continue into these lower swing points with volume. Okay? Now, that being said and done, this morning was very unique. Why? Because what you had out here this morning is that on a bad market on the way down, you still have Amazon up $44. You have Biogen up $40. It's up 37 now. And with Biogen up $37, the IBB failed at its high. It's a mind blower. It's absolutely a mind blower. Bottom line, the IBB goes to 329.16 and the high is 329.19. You can have a failure. Okay. Google. We go over and take a look at Google. Google was down 15 last night. Guess what? It's up 24 right now. Now, inside that context, you have stocks running that type of dollars on the way up, and the market can't get any traction. What is that saying? That's saying, folks, that the underlying aspect of the market, the amount of selling in the market is phenomenal. It has to be phenomenal. If we take a look at the Dow Industrials right off the bat. So inside the Dow's down $1.45, right? You know, that's not that bad because there's only 3 Dow stocks that are positive right now. Visa, if Visa wasn't up $9, the Dow would be crushed. Visa is holding the Dow up at this particular point. Visa is up 9.40, Marbell's up 15 cents, and Caterpillar's up 29 cents. Everything else is taking it south, folks. Microsoft is down $1.40. You got Intel down 97 cents. Walmart is down 239. And we want to go back and look at that. Walmart's down 239. So inside the NDX 100. So that's your Dow Industrials. Inside the NDX 100, what do you have? Now, so this is like insane. The NDX, folks, is down. And it's down with Amazon being up $44. Biogen being up $37. Vipul Communication, that's up 20 cents, but weighting-wise, that's weird. That's that weighting structure inside the NASDAQ. It's a modified weighting structure. And then you have Google. That's taking it up. Pulling it down is that you have Pace Car down 360. American Airlines is getting crushed again, down 260. Green Mountain is down 474, and Dish Networks is down 262. Bottom line is that what it absolutely does out here, it's dangerous, folks. This market right now, if you're long and strong in this market, it is dangerous in a large way. Let's go over and we take a look at the gold contract. So gold out here, folks, is pretty amazing. You know, we were talking yesterday, and this was a big clue. What you had inside the gold market was this, is that gold got crushed yesterday. They took it down 30 bucks, right? They took silver down $1.17. Yet, inside that context, the equities were only down 20 and 30 cents. That's a total mind blower, right? Well, guess what? What happens out here today? Gold comes all the way back up. Gold's up 25 bucks. You have silver up 47 cents. And inside that context, what you're going to have now on the weeklies is that you're going to have a weekly that is staying inside its higher range, number one. More important, though, GC, this gold contract, folks, is a monster ABC up. If we put this, watch this, I'll put this on a weekly for you for a second. When you see how this is shaped now, straight, it's really cool. So your A point on this, the most conservative A point I can get is that 1168 to 1308. That's so what? That's 32.40. It's a $1.40. That's 140 bucks A to B. So that's going to give you 1,400. You get an ABC structure up to 1,400, and it totally makes sense. Why does it make sense? Because your swing high that was generated out there in July, is it July? It's March, is 1388. That's going to be the next move. And you got to remember something, that when you're talking ABC structures, A to B equals C to D. When we start talking about and there's different ABCs. I'm talking about an ABC structure that's going to take out the B point. If it has the volume, your characteristic that we can get up there much quicker versus just a to B equals C to D. What you have is that you have a situation that there's straight line moves. Okay, so that's what I expect you're going to see out here, and we'll see where the rest of this shakes out. They certainly shook, rattled, and rolled anyone that was in the physical market yesterday, though. There's no doubt about that. You have Rango Resources. Rango right now is up by 224. That's over its highs. Rheingold is one of the first ones that have made it back now to the August highs. Rheingold, off its low, just went from $58 up to $85. Bottom line, she's going to blow away $85. The way she's coming into $85, she wants a much higher price. So volume-wise, let's go actually look at Walmart. Walmart's getting hit out here today. Oh, Walmart's going to be coming lower. That's interesting. So if we take a look at Walmart, what we have is this, WMT. She's been hanging at these highs for a long time. She's down 252 today. You get 5 million shares. She's making her way back to $83. Right now, she's trading at $85.31. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. We want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the markets, folks, you can expect there's going to be more selling coming in at the close out here today. Who wants to be long over the weekend? Coming right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 197. Nasdaq's off 41. S&Ps are off 28. And get stops in, folks. Get out of the way. You know, I was just talking to Tiger earlier, and the Tiger's Den. We basically were trading in there, and the way this market is trading. Okay, this is how this baby's set up. When you get bounces like this, and you get sell-offs this fast and furious, I can understand, no doubt. We've had bounces for 2 or 3 years, more than that. Okay, every bounce you've made money. Let me tell you something. Look at that market at the last couple months for sure. What you're going to see out here and what you're going to get out here is this. It's just a matter of what day in the next few weeks that you won't even get a dead cat bounce. We are going to get a downdraft that is like insane. And it's not, I'm not talking about a market crash, but I am talking about something that's going down 500 points in about a heartbeat, okay? That's how this market's trading. And it takes nothing once larger traders understand that they're not going to get in the middle of this. What has happened out here right now is larger traders, I would say, are pressing the downside. Or just not buying, okay? It's a big number. It's a big number, folks, and just protect yourself, okay? If we go over to this S&P, let me show you this just for a second, because this isn't retail traders. This isn't you or me or, smaller traders, no matter how big you might think you are, pushing the S&P around. This is some huge money, and they're doing a good job of it, and they're really smart too. You know, what they're doing is this. They push the top side first. You push the top side, and what you're trying to see in the top side is that, are there any buy stops, okay? Well, when they push the top side, they realize there's no buy stops. That's perfect. That's awesome for them, okay? Then they'll, that spike that was up there at 1:30 this afternoon, bottom line, those buy stops were enough for whoever the operator was. That was their sells. So you push, that's their sells. There wasn't enough of them, okay? Any big institution can take from 2010 to 2016. That's all that happened. Then on the downward side, what ends up happening as they push the downward side, what they're looking for is that they're looking for more sells so that the acceleration can start further on the way down. What we've had on a consistent basis out here, is particularly today, is that every spike that you're going down with, you've had a substantial increase in volume. And right now, what you have, so check this one out. This is pretty intense. We just got down to 1992, and it's right now 1996. It's bouncing out here, but it's going to be right back. You know how you know it's going to be right back, folks? We've already done volume of 41,000 contracts. Okay, and you get 6 more minutes left in this bar. This is going to blow this away. Now, what it's trying to do is, let me pull this back. I'll pull this back for 2 days. Okay, pull it back at 2 days. Let me see. There she is. What it's trying to do is this. It's trying to get down into the 1989 area. That's what it's trying to do. In fact, if you're listening to the bull and buy-in area option hour this morning, that's what we were basically gauging. The reason we were gauging that, by the way, is that that was the high of the low of yesterday. And what you have with that high of the low of yesterday is that it's a high volume spike bar. So bottom line is that that's where I expect you're going to see this go. And again, when you look at the context that we have the Amazons of the world up $40, Google's up $25, and Biogen's up $40. That's a larger problem than you realize, because that flat out is saying, number one, how much lower this market wants to go. If we go over and we take a look at Alibaba, Alibaba is not only cracked. Anyone that bought Alibaba from the IPO is in a losing position right now. Alibaba, gapped lower yesterday. Let's pull this up. So Alibaba had gapped lower yesterday. Put this on a daily. Whoops, not a weekly. A weekly, it's even worse. So if we put this on a daily, what you're going to see is this: you gapped down yesterday from 101 to 97, and guess what? Now you have juice on the way down. You have juice on the way down. That is saying that the next setup is basically probably around 82. Let's go to John in Philly. Hey, John, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy, thanks for taking the call. Listen, I have to compliment your team of contributors. Basil was doing his show this week, and in midweek show highlighted what he was seeing on IBB. And Larry Pesavento followed that up with his interpretation, both giving their reads and the potential for a topping pattern. I wanted to ask you personally about another similar pattern. It's UNH, United Healthcare. It's the biggest HMO healthcare processor in the country. Since the Supreme Court back in 2012 approved Obamacare, or declined to hear or rejected the arguments trying to repeal Obamacare in the courts.
Sure.
Since that point in time, UNH has gone absolutely vertical, and stocks that go vertical always find a top somewhere.
Right.
Is now the time on UNH weekly, monthly, daily?
Well, what I would do is this. I wouldn't short it yet, okay? Because what you do have, if I put this, let me put this on a monthly for a second for you. And as John just said, folks, you went straight up from $15 up to this, we hit this a high of 114 this month. What you need out here is that if we put this on a daily, what you're going to see is that what I always like to see is this. I want to see this baby get back up, test that high, because right now, up at that high, you get some strength at 114.
Okay.
You're pulling back with dramatically lighter volume, so that's saying, hey, this thing's not done, man, So on a daily, it wants to get tested again. The monthly is done. That's how it looks to me, John. Do you know what I mean? But this daily is still the important one because, we're talking, we went higher 2 weeks ago at 8 million shares and you're pulling down with 3 million.
Right, and I'll share this with you. Your former partner or former contributor, Bud Rolfe, with his channels, I just applied the channels to the long-term weekly, and it's just really cool how here in the month of January there was upper channel resistance at 113, and amazing how we started the year near 100 and spiked up to 113 to kiss the upper channel boundary. So if there'd ever be a case for this stock to be doing something other than going up, I would guess now would be the time.
Yeah, no, listen. There's no doubt, because guess what? All the good babies are going to get thrown out with all the babies in this market. This market is a nasty market, man.
Thanks so much.
Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow's down 159. Nasdaq's off 26. S&Ps are off 19. We're going to be right back.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down $1.80, making its way. You're going to see that down a couple $100. This is going to be a nasty 26 minutes, folks. You get the Dow. Well, the Dow's down $1.80. Nasdaq's off 33. S&Ps are off 22. Greece, okay? You know, we've been talking, you know, Greece is back in the radar, folks, and it's going to be back in the radar big, though, because what happened out here today is this, is that the finance minister, you know, this is a new government, 5 days old. The finance minister, bottom line, said today that Greece is not going to go for an extension of their bailout agreements. Okay, so what is in place and has been in place? This is what it is, folks. What has been in place and is in place is that the European Union has been basically bailing Greece out. Now that bailout, this gets intriguing how this works. That bailout, folks, all that bailout really does, they keep giving the money, but they give the money to pay the banks the money that the banks are owed. Okay, this is like a big ring around the rosy, and all that really does, by the way, okay, is put the country in more debt. Bottom line is that they're telling them to take a hike, flat out. Now, the key is going to be, is this a bluff or is it real? My take is that it's real. You know, and it's actually smart. It's actually smart. Okay? Bottom line is that they're saying that they're not going to engage the creditors anymore. That's it. See you later. You know, because see the bailouts in general. This is what you want to wrap your head around a bit. Bailouts, depending on what is getting bailed out here. Bailouts in general. Most of the large government bailouts, what they actually do is that they're having the citizens borrow more money, but all they're actually paying back is the interest on the debt or the debt, so that the actual loan covenants don't go default. And of course, the people don't get anything. So this is not only going to be on the radar, and it's not just about Greece. What it's about, okay, what it's about is the number of banks that are going to be on the hook, and what? And the number of our own funds that have actually bought their debt. See, this is kind of like the Swiss deal, folks, that the Swiss basically had kept their franc at that 103 level for a long period of time, just kept putting money into it. There's plenty of betting that has been going on, is that on a continual basis, the European Union is going to keep bailing Greece out. Okay, so now what you have is this. You have a change of government, and that change of government, what it is that, okay, what are we going to do now? Well, the government is saying we're going to tell them to take a hike. In that context, I'm going to show you something. And this one here, oh, this is so dangerous, it's wild. And this is a great stock, by the way, folks. And I've been watching this stock for years, and we've owned it a couple times. We don't own it right now, thank God. And what it is, it's Eldorado Gold. So Eldorado Gold, if in fact they could get this mine going in Greece, it would be worth a fortune. Okay, they've been working on this mine for a long period of time. And in the mining business in general, you have the currency risk, you have the risk that you're not going to find the gold, and then you have the political risk. When we talk Eldorado Gold, this is strictly political risk. And the two most volatile places and they happen to be, is Turkey and Greece. They're in China too, and Brazil. Okay, but bottom line is that they have some nice mine in Turkey. The mine that's coming up in Greece will be a great mine if they can get it open. Now, this equity here is getting crushed, and it's getting crushed because of the fact that they're about 3 years ago they had a bunch of strikes that they almost were going to stop the mine. They made a couple deals on the local level in Greece, got that smoothed over, proceeded to keep working on the mine. The stock has just gone from $7.99 down to $4.66, and it has volume. It's going to go lower. And what that's about is that the same government is saying, I'm not sure whether we're going to let this thing happen. Yeah, so be aware, political risk, folks, is really a dangerous number. And we're lucky we didn't catch that bullet there on EGO, because it was definitely a good little setup. And It just happens that sometimes you get lucky. And on that one, I was lucky, period, because the way that was setting up, it was a good setup. And what had happened is that this had one more high volume low, and we were just waiting for it to get tested. Let me show it to you. And this is why you want to wait for these things to get tested. Let me bring this up. And you're going to see the high volume low. We were waiting. And guess what? When this thing got tested, it just blew it away. It was like, oh, man, what's going on? And that high volume low, you know, it was at 495. It was the month of November. And guess what? We're going to do more volume. We're doing 201 million shares versus that high volume low of 139. You know, so it's like, see ya. And now that's a real problem because now this baby can get down to about the $2 level. So I brought it up more so to show you what's happening in Greece. And Greece is certainly not like Russia, but what you could, and what I mean by that is that if you put money in Russia, Putin's going to take it. That's a no-brainer, especially in the gold business. That's a no-brainer. Well, what happened in Greece, I figure, is that they're in debt. They're basically been paying the banks for, you know, so everyone's in debt. Well, what's the quickest way to get a little cash? Well, get a little cash. The mine's almost up and going. Guess what? You confiscate the mine, right? That's easy to do. And if you think that's outlandish, it is. But guess what? When gold was at highs, even in our own country, they didn't do this, but they were real close to it. They wanted to put the tax structure up in the mining and the Western mining states by quite a bit. I mean, it stopped, but just think about that. If that's in our country, what can happen in other countries? It's a big problem. Market-wise out here, what we're going to see is that right now your S&Ps, yeah, they're at that 1993. They're down 25 bucks. Some of the high-volume stocks out here, let's take a look at it. Okay, you have Bank of America down 21 cents. You get Apple off a $1.80. Amazon's up $45. Amazon's a gorilla. Huge. You get Facebook down 199 inside the Dow Industrials. Big Blue's down 230. They're selling these Dows like crazy. Honeywell's down 223. You got Big Blue down 230. Merck's off 147. 3M's down 338. Disney's off 207. Hewlett Packard's off 150. You got Walmart down 260. United Technologies is off 130. It's disgusting. This is going to be a nasty close. This is really early. Turn off those machines. You're going to hear Mortimer. He's going to be screaming out here any minute because this acceleration down is just getting faster. If we go over to the S&Ps and we just take a look at them for a second, ESH5. Okay, so at this particular point, we are trading right at the lows. And as we're trading at the lows, what this is saying is that this is going to, I suspect, the low of yesterday, folks, was 1982. It has a shot to get to 1982. I didn't think it would make it today. I thought the 1989, we're right next to it. So it's going to hit the 89. In fact, it did. 1989.75. So it hit the high of the low of yesterday thus far. But guess what? It has 16 minutes left. It's going to blow it away. 16 minutes left is enough that there's going to be plenty of traders that will basically, they're looking at that swing low down there at the 86 level, and they're saying, okay, we can, at the 83 level, and we say, we can whack that. There's plenty of time left to hit that number. You hit that number coming into a market on Monday morning, it's not going to be pretty. And, you know, folks, this is window dressing. So they're breaking the windows on window dressing today. That's how this thing is shaken out thus far. And this is all about distribution. It's all about ramp them up, sell them everything, and then basically pull the plug. And the plug's pulled at this particular point. 877-927-6648. And, yeah, I suspect we're going to get follow-through on Monday. The reason that I suspect we're going to get follow-through, by the way, folks, is that we've had follow-through every single day. This is what's so bizarre. The amount of money that may have been lost in the last couple weeks, I suspect, is pretty dramatic. This is why. When you get a wicked volatile market like this, you're going to have money managers that are very good money managers. And so what ends up happening is they don't want to take a lot of risk, right? Well, they see volatile markets. They basically turn around and, they'll bring down their exposure, which they should do. Then you get markets that are pretty decent. We've had some good bounces. Well, guess what? Money managers say, okay, we're clear. We can put some more money back to work. And then all of a sudden, bang, you get whacked again. Now, that texture will change next week. The reason that texture will change, because now what we've had is that there's just too much of this, okay? Even a good money manager at this point will say, okay, hold it, man. I got to really see what the heck is going on now. So 877-927-6648. You get the Dow down 199. Nasdaq's off 37. S&Ps are off 25. Gold's up 28 bucks. It already took everything up that had gave back yesterday. We're going to be right back.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy, a set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV, but if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit TFNN.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials are down 228. You get the NASDAQ off 40. S&Ps are off 28. You get gold up 28. And, one of our tigers just brought up a great thing in the den. And this is a fact, folks. Many of the analysts have been blaming this downdraft on the oil market. And if we go over to oil, and what the quote was in the den, which was pretty cool, the oil market's bouncing $3 up. That's up and the market's down. Now what? There's no doubt. The bottom line, folks, okay, is that if we take a look at it, oil, no doubt, the first bounce it's had out there. Guess what? That doesn't matter what's happening. Because you have selling in an extraordinary way. And it's something you want to keep an eye on, no doubt, because if the oil can get a good bounce, the XLE is getting a decent bounce. I don't think the XLE's done going down yet, but that bounce is certainly out there. So the commodity market in general basically has come down hard. I can tell you this. Well, I don't have to tell you this. We all know it is so sweet with gasoline being so inexpensive. It's just amazing. If we take a look at the gasoline right now, gasoline is up 7 pennies today. You're at 146 on unleaded, and this is something that's just gone straight down from 260. I mean, premium and Tampa St. Pete Clearwater right now is only $2.30. That's like, I mean, that thing was hitting 420. So you're talking about saving big dollars. If we take a look at how we're coming into these lower swing points, folks, on the weekly basis, what you're going to see is this. You are pounding the lows with volume. If I bring this, see that the high volume low that you have is 197.86 on the SPY. So this, that's a long way down from where we are right now. It has plenty of time to build, cause, and accelerate down next week. And that's what I expect you're going to see. If we put this on a weekly basis, what you have set up here is this. Thus far this week, we've done 724 million shares. That's going into 810 million. That 810 is at 198.85, which, so what's going to happen on Monday is that we are going to be opening right at ICE, this small part of ICE. I expect what you're going to do, you're going to jump ICE there, you're going to build some more cars, and what are we going to build cars for? We're going to build cars to go into the 181 level. If you think this is a bad downdraft now, 181, folks, is where this wants to go test out. The 181 level is that October 15th swing low. Yeah, it's insane, and it's a long way down from where we're at, so this baby has just started. That's the thing that's absolutely bizarre. Let's go to Victor in Paramus. Hey, Victor, what's going on?
Yeah, I just meant to tell you the CRB and the Baltic Dry Index are pretty bad too.
I know. I'm so glad you brought that up, man. Because when Dave and I would do the next
you're at
show,
2008 levels already.
Yeah,
and you're going below it. That point of figure chart says 460.
It's heavy. There's no doubt. And what that indicates, folks, is that indicates that things are not moving, and there's not enough business for things moving. So it's pretty intense.
Hey, what do you have on Apple? Is that like an abandoned baby candlestick or something, or is nothing?
On a daily? Let's see.
Yeah. Is there anything going on with that? Like if it closes lower today?
Let's take a look. So what you will get in this type of market So let's see if we put this on a weekly.
I just saw something saying it was an abandoned baby. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't pull the trigger on Apple yet, because what you have is this. You have this week we went up on 456 million shares. The last swing point up there had 180. I'd let it basically test the 120 one more time. We'll hit 120 this week. Let it test it again.
They probably keep on going up because they have the watch coming out. That's the only stock that will keep on going up.
Well, no? I wouldn't.
They'll increase their dividend.
The bottom line is I wouldn't tag it yet.
I just don't understand how come their earnings weren't hurt by, the dollar overseas. They don't talk about it. They cook in their books.
No, listen.
Why doesn't the dollar hurt them?
My take on Apple is Apple's going to get crushed. I mean, Apple's going to take a monster hit.
Yeah.
And
there's 3 gaps. Look at it. You got a 3-gap play there.
It has it all. And what tends to happen, folks, is this: is that when you get a market like we have right now, once they get done selling, a few other things, then they're going to concentrate on Apple.
Remember, we're going to 666, and you flip that over. That's 999, guarantee you. 999. 999.
Okay.
All right, bye-bye.
Cooking, man.
Bye.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. You get the. This is a nasty market, folks. No doubt. If we look at this S&P again, what you're going to see, I mean, these things are sticking out like sore thumbs, man, but they're almost like magnets that they're pulling them down now. So we're at that 89 level. You have the expansion of volume right now. We have, So this is they're gonna try to basically. So watch how this goes. You're at 1989, and 1989 is the highs of the lows. So what does that do? Well, you get 2 different things it does, which is really cool. If you're a bear, if you're a bull, it's cool too, because you just want to try to understand where this thing's going. If we close right here, what is going to happen Monday morning? It's going to go right after that swing low, because now you have 2 separate high volume swing lows. Get the high volume swing low from what we're dealing with right now, and you have the high volume swing low from 10:40 yesterday morning. So what does that do? That brings the probability much higher that you're going to go whack that swing low and probably take it out. Once that swing low is taken out of 1882, that you better really get out of the way, because your next leg down from 1882 is a 40-point swing, which would be 1940. It's a big number, because what you've done then is you're coming under the swing. See, once we get into this 1961 area, nothing's going to save that thing from being down to 1805. The thing that's amazing to me still is that we're at still such high numbers when, in fact, many of these other equities have already got down to the October 15th swing point, have broken the October 15th swing point, and broken it with volume. That's an indication, folks, is that that's where you're going. That's just how markets go. Markets don't go on their own. There's not like 1 or 2 stocks that just go up forever. Biogen may be one of them. It won't be, but bottom line is that the way Biogen, you traded out here today, you're up 389. The IBB, that's divergence in spades. The IBB missed its high by all of 3 pennies, and that's with the largest weighting structure being positive in an extraordinary way. What does that tell you? That tells you the IBB is toast. Get out the butter, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow Industrials right now down 256. Nasdaq's off 51. S&Ps are off 32. You stay right there. We're going to be coming right back, folks.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Robert in New Jersey. Hey, Robert, what's going on?
Hey, Tom. A great show.
Thank you so much.
For years. You got a great thing. I've been listening to you for over a decade. That's amazing. You've done a great job.
I appreciate it, man. Appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, a safe day. It's a TGIF. And boy, is it going to be a great Sunday when the Patriots win the Super Bowl. Brady goes wild. Fans go wild. This is a quote by Kobe Yamada. Believe in the magic of tomorrow, and your spirits will be lifted on the wings of hope. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials down 252, NASDAQ off 48, S&P's off 28, gold contract up $28.70, trading at $1,284 an ounce. Silver up 47 cents at $17.24 an ounce. Platinum up 19 at $1,240 an ounce. Copper up 5 pennies at $2.50 a pound. Light sweet crude finally got a bounce up $2.99, trading out at $47.51 a barrel. Bonds, you had the 10-year up 26 ticks, trading out at 131 even. The 30-year up 1 full point, 9 ticks at 151.22. King dollar down 16 ticks at 94.99. The euro down 24 at 112, and the yen off 82 at 117. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world? In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? You got a nasty market out here, folks, and you got some heavy-duty selling, and it's selling in an extraordinary way. You had 3 separate counter-trend bounces out here today. Each and every one of those counter-trend bounces got sold, and got sold big time, folks. If we take a look at the future out here, what we have is this. We're at 1900, and what the future is doing is that the future, I suspect we're going to be going after it next week. It closed right at its lows today. Huge expansion of volume, folks. We did 1.1 billion on the NYSE versus 863 million. So now what has happened is that you're coming into the swing points, you're coming in with volume on all the indices, by the way. If I take a look at the SPY and you want to see, and what's important to understand is this, is that my take here is that we're going to go test the October 15th swing low. That October 15th swing low is dramatically lower from where we are right now. You know, when you're talking about the SPY, we're at 199. Well, the high volume swing low is at 181. You know, so bottom line, if you're long and strong, just put stops in. That's the name of the game, folks. Dow Industrials, Dow came down hard. If we go over to the NDX 100, we take a look at the NDX 100, and this is really hard to believe that the NDX 100 basically could get into lower price at all when you had Google up $15, you had Amazon up $40, you had Biogen up $40, and what does that mean? That means that the underlying current inside the NDX 100 in the market is vicious. What we actually had with the Qs, the 3 Qs, is that it tried to get to a higher high. The 3 Qs out here today got to a price point of 104.33. 102.58. Couldn't handle that price. Backed off that price, which is just amazing. And bottom line is closing near the lows of the past, going all the way back to December 16th. What is that doing? That's building cause, folks, for lower price. If we take a look at this and we put this on a weekly basis, on the weekly, what you're going to see is that we came down with 194 million shares going into 221. Bottom line, you're building cause for lower price. Gold contract. What happened with gold? Bottom line, folks, they toasted and roasted gold yesterday. When we were talking about it, you know, the basis, which was really different, there's no two ways about it, yesterday, is that as they brought gold lower, they took gold yesterday from a price point of $12.86 down to $12.52. Bottom line, came all the way right back topside. What you have now is that gold is in a monster ABC up. It always had been an ABC up too, by the way, and this didn't break it down because what you had is that your A point here is, man, it's a big ABC up. You're talking, right now, gold is at 1284. That baby wants to make the run up into this 1400 area. Oil. Let's take a look at the oil market. Well, what we had with oil, what we had with oil out here today is this. This was the first bounce that oil could get. And, you know, we'll see whether we get any follow-through with it. It would make sense that you would get follow-through. We did 422,000 contracts, which, by the way, is a good number. We're at 47.54, and this can bounce in a heartbeat up to the 51 area, really 59 area. These are the areas, 51, 59, and then really up to, 59. That'd be I suspect you get some follow through on Monday, that's where we're gonna go. What is interesting about this is that even in the context that oil did bounce as one of our targets, we're talking about in the den today, if you listen to the analysts out there, they were talking about every time the oil's down, the market's down. Well, I'm not quite sure what they're gonna basically say out here today. The bottom line, folks, is that it's selling. And my take on it at this particular time is that there's not only just selling. This is some very large operators in the market selling, and they're selling fast and furious because the acceleration on the way down intraday, folks, I've seen some good ones, but it's phenomenal. Now, the 10-year bond. Let's talk about the 10-year bond. The 10-year bond right now, folks, is at 131.01. The yield is 1.63. Guess what? You want to go buy real estate? Go buy it. You want to refinance your mortgage? Go do it. Are rates going lower? My take is they are. But guess what? At 1.63, you're going to be getting a 30-year mortgage at what, I got to talk to my bond expert in the den. Mark's going to give me some help here, but it's probably like 3.6, 3.7. The bottom line is that it's cheap money, folks. Now, bonds aren't done. This 10-year is going to launch another B point, I suspect, on Monday morning. It's a huge rates. Rates are going down, man. I mean, in a big way. And if we take a look at this, I got to show you this for a second. I'll just put this Bloomberg screen up for a second. I'll show you rates around the world. What you're looking at is this. You're looking at a negative interest rate in Switzerland. Okay, you can go to Germany right now and get 0.3%. You can go to France and get 0.5%, or you can give money to the United States and get 1.6%. You can see 1.6% is huge. Maybe 1% is coming at us. Would that be insane? Yes, that would be absolutely insane. There's no doubt about that. But bottom line is that they're coming down. You go look at the 30-year. The 30-year, folks, also is not only at highs, the 30-year wants much higher price also. What you have out here inside the 30-year is she's trading out here at the 151.24 level. She's over the highs. It's an ABC structure on the way up, has it all. And if you want to see something that has it all, which you can pull up on any of your vehicles, pull up the TLT. This is the last trading day of the month. Put it on a monthly. If you have my book, The Art of Time in the Trade, bottom line, you talk about price spread, you talk about volume, oh man, it has it all, okay? The TLT blew away its swing point on a monthly basis with volume. I mean big time too. The price spread this month on the TLT was from 126 to 138. We did 197 million shares, overtaking the 131 price point, and at the 131 price point, we had 131 million. And we did, so we did 197 million shares versus 131 million shares. This TLT is going not only higher, a lot higher. King dollar. Now, King dollar is going to be the number. And what my take is on King dollar is that King dollar is topping out, folks. Topping out procedures always take longer than you want them to take. But this King dollar looks to me like it's at a top. The real key is going to be, number one, how it comes off the highs, and then will we get volume on the way down? You know, we'll see how that shakes out. Or do you go to higher highs? You know, but the way that the gold market has continued to trade is telling me King dollar is going to back down. You know, because I know that, you know, can the dollar go higher and gold go higher simultaneously? I suspect it can for a period of time. I suspect that's what we've had. But just the way technically that it's set up, looks to me like it's going to back down. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Our man, Mr. Dave White's going to be coming back with us. We're going to be talking the markets. We're going to be talking the Baltic Index. We're going to get into that a bit, because that thing has got crushed. This is Tom O'Brien. Dave's coming right back with me, folks. You stay right there. Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Check out the new look of Tiger TV. Now you can see all hosts, charts, and computer screens live in high definition. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pezzamento, Andy Hecht, Thinkorswim, or Carol Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on Tiger TV. Now, crystal clear in high definition, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't seen the new look of Tiger TV, then visit TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow Industrials finished down 251. You had the NASDAQ off 48. S&Ps were off 30. And we came down with some juice, folks. You had the Dow at 1.1 billion, the NASDAQ at 2.2. We haven't seen a 1.1 for a while.
To tell you the truth, I thought it would probably be next Tuesday or Wednesday before we got down here. I'm bearish, but that you can, like you said before, that you can do this during fun buying.
Yeah, they're breaking windows instead of window dressing.
Yeah,
right.
Now that I've got, there's a company called Trim Tabs that looks at the inflows and outflows.
Yes.
And the money wasn't big coming in.
Right.
But there was some. So that tells you, there are some people that are natural buyers in here, which are the funds.
Exactly.
But they're getting swamped out right now.
That's right, and IRA money and money out of there's no doubt, the window dressing effect, folks, is important to pay attention to.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a fund manager and the market's going up, you might as well buy on the first day that you can instead of buy at the highs, right? If the market's going down, you buy in the last day. So normally you'll see down, and then they'll all buy at once at the very end of their window for buying on the month. So you might see a little bounce on Tuesday instead of seeing that as the sell-off now.
Well, intraday today, every bounce you can see them buying, and the bottom line is that there's a monster on the other side of them giving it to them in a big way, man.
Yep. And I saw something yesterday that made me ultra bearish.
Yeah.
And maybe I got more bear claws than you now.
That'd be hard to do.
That'd be hard. Someone told me that's why Amazon went to the moon, because you were buying huge amounts of bear claws.
I love it. Oh, that's funny, man. Huge amounts of TVs, though.
Yeah.
I love Amazon. Amazon Prime is insane.
It is. Anyway, we're looking at a chart here of the Baltic Dry Index, and just to give you an idea, this is when you're shipping anything in a big container ship that's loose, like grains and iron ore, and when you always see everything being piled into a big container ship that's just loose.
Right.
That's what a dry bulk shipper is. It's not a tanker full of crude oil.
Right.
It's iron ore, it's wheat, it's corn, it's whatever you can put in there that's loose, right?
Yes. In the belly of the ship.
In the belly of the ship. So what we have seen over the last day, it hit it yesterday, it blew through it today. I don't have the chart for it for today, but it blew through the lows, which tells you that it just almost can't get any cheaper to ship something. It's almost free.
The thing that's amazing about this, folks, is this. So what you have is that if Dave and I, we just brought this up on a much longer time basis, too.
Well, this is 8,
and just so you understand, where this index, meaning that the rates are as cheap as they've ever been to ship anything. The lows of 2008 at the crash was 663, and right now we're at 632. And so the definition of what this is specifically, okay, so it's a composite of the capsize, Cape size, Panamax, Handysize, and Supermax indices, and those are the different types of ships, right?
Some are small enough to get to the Suez.
That's right.
Some have to go around the Cape of Good Horn.
Right.
And that's all the different size ships. And normally what you find out is that there'll be a different size ship for shipping iron ore.
Sure.
Right. Because it's going to Japan, it's got to go around the Horn. They'll just take it the long way.
And what happens here is that if the rates are that low, that means that things aren't being shipped. And what's really cool about this, I remember, when we were up in Boston years ago, one of the largest cardboard guys happened to be an acquaintance of mine that owned a cardboard company. It's still one of the largest cardboard companies in the United States. And that was always a great indication, man. If he was busy, this was right in South Boston. If he was busy, if the cardboard company was busy, folks, making boxes, guess what? They would get busy 3 or 4 months before the economy would get going.
I said on my show this week, we were looking at one of the companies that makes cardboard. And I said, this is, like I look at Altera and Xilinx for semiconductors as canaries in the coal mine.
Okay.
For general economy, like you said, you want to look at cardboard manufacturers because if they're going to ship something, they've got to put it in the cardboard. They've got to order the containers. Now, the Baltic Dry Index, to give you an idea, it's down 95% since the 2008 high, but it's down over 55% from just the highs in November.
That's intense.
So if anybody thinks that there's a bunch of economic activity hiding out there somewhere, it's certainly not showing up in grains or iron ore or all the other stuff that they ship out here that's that. And I was telling you during the break, I said, there's no way they're going to get me out of these shorts now.
That's funny. No, it isn't. What does happen, folks, is that when you can add up the fundamental with the technical, is a good scene.
It is.
There's no doubt.
And we had a big win on this one, which was a big Peter Lynch trade this week for our Tech Insider listeners on Seagate Technologies.
Oh, yeah. You killed that, man.
And
that was a great trade.
For people who don't know Peter Lynch in the 90s, all he did was go to the mall and see what people were buying in and out, and he bought those companies. Well, I think I started it maybe in November in the Tech Insider. I said, well, these hard drive prices have been falling for about the last couple of weeks. Then I started putting the ads in every week, and it was like, it was $100 for a 1 gigabyte drive, 1 terabyte drive. Then it was $80. It got down to, I think last week I had an ad in there for 2 1 terabyte drives for $40 shipped. And I'm going, you can't miss those kinds of price drops, right?
Yeah.
You know something is horrible is going on, and all you have to, it's not rocket scientists, it's just going in there and seeing if someone's got to have 50% sales to get something out of their store, they're not going to be making any money.
Have you ever heard of, is it 3 camels or it's hump or camel? Listen to this. We'll hunt this.
I've heard of the camel thing.
Camel. So I got to check this out. My son was telling me last night, we were at the hockey game last night, and he was telling me, so check this out, folks. What happens with camel is that when you go on there, it'll tell you what is going on, I know on Amazon, I'm not about how the price structures have been going. That's awesome. That's insane. That's a great buying technique, folks, okay? So you can see what TV or what bar tub or what anything they've sold and what the prices they've sold them at and how the trend is going. I gotta check that out, man.
It's pretty neat.
That's a good indication, man.
It's more on consumer goods, and it's kind of lumpy, so it's kind of hard to tell.
That's consumer. That'll be all right. It'll be good
if you're buying stuff, it's very good.
It's good for us in the real estate company, buying stuff, exactly. Right.
So it is kind of neat. But anyway, we had a huge win on that. We almost top ticked getting it in on short at $69.
Yep.
We basically covered puts that we had at $1.82 for around $8. So pretty big win out there.
Congratulations,
and we've got some other trades that are like that are going to take probably a little bit more to. I actually have the April puts on some of these things.
Okay.
So I've got a long time.
Yeah,
if this market does crack, I've got a long time to really make some big wood off some of those.
But which is sweet is that you get both. Well, because if you look, what happens, folks, is that when you're putting those types of trades on inside the option market, bottom line is that as the VIX goes up, which
your
is
premium skyrocket.
So you get it both ways.
Right.
The stock's going with you, the premium's going up. So it's really sweet.
The big problem, though, is I think everybody's going to want to see these big rewards come on. And what happens when I buy puts in a couple of conditions. One, I want the implied volatility under about 30 on the stock.
Yes.
I want the VIX under about 14.
Right.
Once you get past that, it becomes very tough to start making money.
No, I know, because what happens is that the premiums are so large.
The decay kills you.
Yeah, it does. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there. We'll come right back. Dow finished down 250, Nasdaq off 48, S&P's off 30. We're going to be right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
We're told to follow our passion and everything else will fall into place. I hope that's what each of you are doing each and every day. Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Money Master Show at TFNN.com, and my passion for technical analysis is what led me to the most fundamental discovery in pattern recognition, the Rhodes Momentum Indicator, market scanner, and trading strategy. A set of tools that identify the momentum and power of the trend, the likes of which have never been seen before, for every market and every time frame. Yes, folks, the trend is your friend, unless you're on the other side. New to technical analysis? This is the place to start. And experienced traders take advantage of the trend like never before. Experience the power of the Rhodes Momentum Indicator each day, available to subscribers of my newsletter service, Mastering Probability. I guarantee your satisfaction for the next 30 days unconditionally, so there's no risk to you other than being on the wrong side of the trend. Mastering Probability, available on the homepage of TFNN.com. And folks, live with passion.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Let's go to our man Tim in Denver. Hey, Tim, what's going on?
Hey, Tommy. Hey, Dave.
How you been, man?
No, this is a good time. I'm loving this market.
That's a beautiful thing, man.
You are spot on right now, man. You have it jiving good, Tommy.
It's about time.
Hey, I was gonna say yesterday. You know what? Yesterday was so weird. I didn't even realize gold was down. I mean, going away from my stock here, $30. I was watching the equities, and when you put you on and you're like, gold was down $30. I'm like, whoa, okay, what's going on?
I know, man.
I was like, that totally caught me. I thought gold was down like $10.
There's no doubt, folks. Okay, it's that whole deal, that phenomena, you know, and I like how it, you know, turned out, meaning it came right back, because the gold and silver equities have been leading. They've been leading the charge, you know, and that's saying that guess what?
Kind of been the whole market. If you don't sit on your hands for the trend, you can get stopped out pretty quick.
Yeah, you can. You can. Well, the cool thing is that, well, in the physical gold, no doubt.
Yeah.
But the equities just didn't back off. These, Tim, I think these equities, the gold equities, are a monster ABC up, man. It's, you know, it's, and you know, see, the cool thing, folks, is this: if you're watching CNBC, you know that they don't even bring up gold anymore. Okay, in the traders block, they don't have gold. It's cool.
Quiet.
It's cool, because what will end up happening. I tell you this. So this is really funny. 2 weeks ago, they called me, and they called me on copper. I said, yeah, sure, I can go on copper. Well, I called them back too late, so someone else go on copper. But I was cracking up. I said to the guy, I said, well, what happened to gold? He said, well, we don't do gold anymore. They will. They will. They'll get to 1,400, and they will.
Yeah.
There you go.
And so, hey, listen, when they call, I'll let you know, folks, so we'll sell it all. No, that's how it goes, right? That's how it definitely goes in the first bounce, you know? So.
Yeah, that is true, man. I mean, it's true.
So what are we going to look at?
Hey, can we take a quick look at CTL? I'm just kind of curious what you think about this, where you might get in this.
Let's take a look. CTL is CenturyLink. It's a communication company. Is it a phone company? Data managing, the cloud hosting, co-location. Okay. The low's 27, the high's 45. It pays a 5% dividend.
Nice dividend stock.
Yeah, I'd be careful here. Let me put this up in a monthly. Yeah, I would just hang tight here, because so you got 14. Yeah, we just broke all those swings, Dave. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, got some volume coming down too.
Yeah, it is. So, yeah, Tim, we broke them. We broke the swing point from October. Oh, this is so funny. That's the infamous October 15th swing, and that's what we broke today. You know, and that swing had 19 million, and we just broke it with 20.7.
I saw that.
Yeah. That sets up $33, man. Where I'm going all the way back to let's see, August of 2013. Let me find that for you. What am I doing with this thing? I gotta spread this out a little, I guess. Yeah, August of 2013. That's where it looks like it wants to go. I wouldn't touch it right now, man.
Oh, no, I thought it had a ways. I mean, I saw that volume. I'm like, okay, this thing's got a ways to go.
Yeah, totally. Cooking, brother.
Hey, you guys have a great weekend.
Okay, you too, man.
Go Pats.
Go Pats, that's right. And listen, for all you folks, you know, out in the Washington area, I love you out there, but the bottom line is that I love the Pats more. Sorry. Amazon. Oh, talk about Amazon, Seattle. They're in Seattle, aren't they?
Yeah.
Amazon.
Yeah. But it's basically, it was kind of interesting. We've talked forever about what would happen if they could ever make money. Well, they finally flipped the switch.
Right.
And it may be because I actually signed up for Amazon Prime at Christmas this year. So it was $90. I guess it's worth it.
It's definitely worth it. Well, it depends on how much you order.
Well, I'm wondering if it isn't worth it so that I don't subscribe to both Netflix and Amazon.
Yeah. See,
so for video anyway.
I use it. I use that, but I use it for.
Yeah, your business.
I use it for bathtubs. I use it, folks. I'm telling you, if you want to let your.
But you're running them broke, which would be against them going higher here.
I know, but the customer service.
Yeah.
They just delivered us a tub that weighs 700 pounds for nothing. That's crazy.
It is.
That's like insane.
But that's pretty interesting company. They have a new piece that's kind of interesting if you do have Amazon Prime, which is a thing they call the Fire Stick, which looks like a little USB dongle that you plug into your television set, and you'll be able to get, and it comes out on the 12th.
That's cool.
So they're going to be in pretty stiff competition with Netflix here in the near future.
Oh, I agree.
But it was interesting. Nothing really.
Well, you know what I was thinking? You know, when I saw this earnings come out. So what happened, folks, is that the earnings were 95 cents, and they thought they were going to make only 45, right?
Well, yeah. Why they didn't do it this time, though? Next, they did say that they will break out the cloud computing business, the web services, and the sales separately. So we're going to get a much better idea of what part is making money and what part isn't making money in the future.
That's cool. Well, I mean, and see, it makes sense because he had to do is not build out anymore during that quarter. And that makes sense because he's so busy, he wants everyone shipping goods.
Yep.
You know? So next, Facebook.
Right. Now, Facebook had earnings, didn't really do much, but this is, I think Facebook has a big problem.
Okay.
And that problem is that most of all the new money that they're making is off of videos and ads that run before those videos.
Okay.
But a great deal, maybe as much as 20% of these videos are coming off other people's websites, i.e. YouTube's website. And what these people are doing, they're setting up business-like Facebook pages.
Yes.
They're taking content from YouTube, from content providers, not just me sitting in my underwear at home.
Right.
But these guys have video production studios like you do.
Sure.
And they're cutting portions of it out, putting it on as they made the video, and selling ads and getting a cut back. But, you know, that happens from anybody.
Right.
But what Facebook is doing is they've tied up their procedure for getting rid of those. If you own the content, say that I own the intellectual property.
Yes.
They tie it up so it takes 2 or 3 days.
Is that much money? Yeah.
Well, you find out that because Facebook is very good at getting a lot of people to watch things and liking, that there may be something on YouTube for 2 or 3 months, and then it'll be on 3 days and have as many hits as it had on YouTube. And the people that actually did the original video get absolutely nothing. When they ask the people for a cut, because those people get the money back on that, that put it up there. And of course, Facebook is splitting that off. So Facebook's kind of looking the other way. And it's not just like an every once in a while problem. It's fairly significant. In 20% of what they're getting, they're cutting off the people that are the content providers that have their own channels on YouTube.
Yes. So check this out. This is wild information, folks. So TFNN, we're basically in the education business, we're in the advertising business, we're in the newsletter business, right? What happens in the advertising part of the business, right, is this. And this is intense, folks, okay? And if you want to see the amount of fraud, it's extraordinary, okay? And this is how it works. And this is why the business itself, the advertising business, is so screwed up. So picture, you have, right now, there's like 6 monster advertising companies in the world. And they're getting a certain percentage of all these advertising budgets. Well, what happens, I saw this, factually, I saw this spreadsheet, and I saw the money, and I saw the whole ball of wax, and it blew my mind. It didn't blow my mind, but it blew my mind the amount of money. So what Dave's talking about, they've got that sophisticated inside the video part, right? Well, they've been that sophisticated inside the display ads for quite a while. I saw a spreadsheet. This is about 3.5 years ago. I saw a spreadsheet, folks, okay, that a large advertiser was paying a financial portal over $4 million. And when you actually, I tracked this back myself physically, right? When I tracked it back physically, all it was, there was no content, there was no nothing, all it was on a continual basis, is websites that when you go from one website, you go to the next website, they had it go, and they have these rolling websites. So you click this, you go to the next one. Every single one of them are their websites to generate the click-through. Now, inside the advertising business, they know this is out here, folks, okay? This is public knowledge. The thing that blows my mind, though, is that the buyers and the advertising community in general do just what Facebook's doing. They skirt it. Because all the big companies win. So the big Facebooks of the world win. The advertisers win. The General Motors of the world and all that, they don't have a choice. They know they got to be out there. But they're all getting taken to the cleaners. It's pretty amazing. Dave White, Tom O'Brien, you stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN, and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dave White, Tom O'Brien. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Don't forget, folks, every trading day at TFNN, we have live content, 8 o'clock in the morning to 6 in the evening. Then we replay that content. All of it you can get right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi. Let's get to the full stream. You want to watch Tiger TV, just go to TFNN.com, hit the TV on the top right-hand side. I mean, Dave has an outstanding show every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. You can check out his newsletter at TFNN. Go to newsletters, go to trading newsletters. You see the Tech Insider right there. You can test drive it 30 days, absolutely free. And if you had it this week, you'd be really happy.
Be happy.
Big time.
I think you're still going to be happy in the coming months.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Alibaba, we're looking at a slide. Alibaba TAM. What's TAM?
Total Addressable Market. And this is
I don't think I've heard that since 2000.
It's like eyeballs and click-throughs and everything else. The whole idea, especially you said you thought maybe this guy top-ticked the market, and I think it's probably pretty close, right? He got very close. But if you're trying to get something out, or if you're a Yahoo on CNBC and you want to tell everybody how the stock has got to be worth blue sky prices, you always say, well, you know, there's 300 million people, and if you just got 10% of them, well, what's the chance of you getting 10% of them? The question is,
it's very minimal,
The question isn't that how many people are in the United States. The question is how many people could possibly buy this, whether it's over the world or in the United States or anything. But the whole, you'll hear him go, well, the whole total addressable market is 300 million people.
And that's what Jack Ma raps.
That's meaningless. So when you hear that, it's normally a little bell goes off, and I go, scam, 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 right? I get really, the hairs on the back of my neck go up, just like when click-throughs and eyeballs were talked about in 2000, the dot-com high. But there's a bigger problem I think Alibaba has, and we're going to get, there's two problems. One, they've started taking people out into the middle of the countryside and shooting them for corruption. And, of course, this has gone into the casinos over there where no one wants to be seen throwing lots of cash around. They found one guy, I think it was on Monday or the week before on Friday, that had $320 million in his house.
I heard that on your show the other day. $320 million.
And another $150 million in other stuff. And he had another $200 million in houses all over the world. And he was a government official that was supposed to be making about 50 grand a year.
That's amazing.
So the corruption is legendary over there. They're going after everybody. And part of, if you read the Substacks or some of the people over in China, the thing is that a lot of people that were very rich were buying expensive Swiss watches from Alibaba. They were buying iPhones from Alibaba. They were buying a lot of conspicuous consumption items that were big dollar things. And as soon as everybody started getting taken out to the rice fields and executed for corruption, now no one wants to, you're not going to see a whole lot of their flashy cars and flashy watches.
Especially if they're corrupt.
That whole stuff is going away. Now, a lot of these people that were corrupt were buying huge amounts of these presents just like everywhere else,
It's like money laundering, too.
Spread it around.
Realistically, instead of...
no one rats you out.
It'd be much better having Rolexes than the cash. It'd be much better having diamonds than the cash.
So they've been doing that and buying it.
I don't understand why everyone just don't buy diamonds. You just have a fistful of diamonds, folks, and just go wherever you want.
You know there's a place down there in Sarasota that can make diamonds industrially for 1/100th the price of an actual diamond, right?
And folks, it's pretty close to not knowing that I would know the difference, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, you could, because they'd be perfect from the ones down there. They're going to be flawed out of the ones in the...
That's amazing.
You know, they make them put a tint in them so that they can't be distinguished from the ones out of the ground.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to know.
De Beers.
De Beers,
yeah. They went after them. It's kind of like, if I don't know how many people have been around, but before I was born, it was illegal to put yellow food coloring in margarine because the farmers didn't want people thinking that it looked anything like real butter. So for 30 years, it was green.
Man, that's how it should have stayed, too. Hey, folks, if you eat margarine, stop quick. It's plastic.
It's plastic.
Get some real healthy butter. Kerry's Gold Butter.
Right.
China, big brother.
Right. China is putting a bunch of laws into effect that basically say if you sell anything that is electronic here, we get to see everything. The original source code, we get to see the design blueprints, we get to see everything, or you can't sell it here in China. Which means that the idea would be, if you get an iPhone in there, we get to see everything. How long before you think that there's something that looks exactly like an iPhone in China?
Oh, ASAP.
5 minutes after it's in there?
ASAP, right.
I'm wondering, and this is only came out in the last couple of days, and it really hasn't gotten a lot of play. But we have a couple of things that are going to be huge in the tech industry. Part of it is going to be all these people that said how much stuff they were going to sell to China.
Yeah.
Now, we saw Google get out of China and leave Russia.
Right.
I'm wondering how long it's going to be before we have a lot of these other countries that just say it's not worth us going into it because they're going to steal everything we have. And Putin, if it's oil or gold, he's going to take it. Oh. And now it's going to be in Greece. I heard you rolling in on the end.
Right.
I had the best saying today on Greece.
What?
That we've been kicking the EU's been kicking the can down the road.
Yeah.
Can's kicking back today.
Yeah, it is. Folks, if you didn't hear this is pretty cool. I mean, Greece is telling the EU to go take a hike.
Go pound salt.
And the thing that's amazing about it, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how the papers play it up, okay? But the bottom line is that the new finance minister basically said he's not going to take an extension on the bailout agreement. But that bailout agreement, it's not bailing the people out. All it does is bail the banks out, including some of our own banks, by the way.
And everybody said, well, when he gets in power, it'll be different. But if you look up everything he's ever said on Wikipedia, it's got a long thing in there. This is not the guy that's just like sort of a socialist.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy running the country is a full-out Castro, Venezuela-style Marxist.
Yeah,
he's not kind of around the edges. You know, he's going to, and they've been selling islands down off the Greece coast for a fire sale, right?
Maybe that's where our Tiger Island is.
Could be, but what do you think they don't force you off the island and take the island back?
I don't know, they won't do that.
You don't think so?
No.
It worried me, but
we'll be sitting there drinking.
They're selling islands for 50% of what they went for a year ago, right now.
Wow.
So people want cash and they want out now. So it will be interesting. But watch out for this because I think it's going to be big issues. And like the total addressable market thing, everybody has always said how big the market's going to be for them in China. And we heard that with, what was the chicken? KFC. And that kind of blew up in their face.
I know.
And I keep hearing it. And then you get these countries in there and they get their rear ends kicked right on back out fairly quickly.
I'll tell you,
a one-way door in China.
Yeah.
Boys, we're out of time.
That was a quick week. Well, listen, folks, always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Dave, I, TFNN staff, look forward to speaking it right here next Monday. Thanks, Dave. Go get him, folks.